Hey guys, I'm going to continue my beginners video, and this is going to be it's not comprehensive, it's just going to be a list of terms, initialisms, acronyms that are commonly used on some type of social media regarding the game, either in Discord, either on Facebook, on the forums, on Reddit. Sometimes you'll see a bunch of random words or stuff that you have no idea what they're talking about because people use a lot of shorthand. So I'm going to try to clear some of these up for you. First, we're going to go with the abilities and what some of the initialisms are for the abilities. First one you're going to commonly hear is MM. That is Mike. That is this, multi-missile. MM stands for multi-missile. MO, that would be Mike Oscar. That is not used as much as orbit, but it refers to magic orbit. So it's either MO or orbit. And moving on to archers, we have Mike Sierra, or MS. So if you look at MS is multi-shoot. Again, you see that as MS, Mike Sierra. And the next one is CE. That is Charlie Echo. CE is Corpse Explosion. And then there's only one in the Warrior, and that would be WW, Whiskey, and that stands for Whirlwind. So you see that people are commonly talking about a WW Warrior, or they'll do WWW, which is a Whirlwind Warrior. So you'd see Whiskey, okay? DB. Now, there are two in DB, meaning Delta Bravo. DB. There are two initialisms that use DB. So you're going to have to use context when looking at it. The first one in abilities is Devastating Blow. Devastating Blow is part of the Vlad set and also part of the Katana of Yoshimo. It is a proc chance, and what it does a certain percentage of health to the enemy. So you get enough of this happening, levels don't matter. You can go all the way up as high as you want to because you're doing a percentage of health instead of a certain number of health. So when talking about different builds and things like that, when you see DB, Delta Bravo, that's what they're talking about, a Dev Blow. That they'll also say Dev Blow too. Okay, so now we're going to move on to gear. First gear that you see a lot is a DA. That would be Delta Alpha Hotel, DA. And it is short for Dahiha's Helm. It is one of the best mage helms. And so that's this right here. The next one is a JA. That's Juliet Alpha Hotel. And it's actually misspelled because people don't want to write JHA, and it's easier to say Ja. So it's Jamasen. It is one of the best mage shields out there, and that's this right here. After that, we have the AS. That is Alpha Sierra. AS is, of course, the Astral Sword. It is the best mage weapon in the game, and it's most commonly referenced as an AS or even just Astral Sword or just the sword. It's just pretty much known that this is the best weapon. Next one is CB, Charlie Bravo, and that is the Chaos Band. It is arguably the best mage ring. Even crit mages use it. So CB is Chaos Band. Next one, this is what I was talking about, how you have two initialisms being used, is DB. Again, that is Delta Bravo. When talking about equipment or gear, or somebody saying, hey, how many DBs do you have? Did you put a DB on it? They are talking about the demon bone, or as I call it, the dragon bone. This is one of the best mage infusion weapons. It's also a great just regular mage weapon. It has a lot of int on it. It has a lot of magical damage, and the +3 is just absolutely great. So DB Delta Bravo, when talking about gear, is in reference to this, the demon bone. Next is BN, that is Bravo November, the bone necklace. This is a common piece of equipment used across all three classes. So archers will use it, warriors, mages, everybody will use it because it eliminates the need for mana. So bone necklace, BN, again, that is Bravo November. Moving on, just people saying katana. The katana is talking about the katana of Yoshimo. Pretty straightforward, but sometimes if somebody just says katana, you don't know what they're talking about. The next one is the Equi. It's talking about the equilibrium. This is a very common piece of mage equipment, this amulet, because it increases magical damage by a flat percentage. It's used for infusions, and it's used to wear. A lot of crit mages or a lot of orbit mages will have this infused into their equipment and or also be wearing it. So if you see Equi, they're talking about the equilibrium. Next we have Uni, and Uni, that is Uniform November. Oh, what's I? Man, I thought I knew all my phonetic alphabet. I just went blank. I think it's India. India. Yeah, it is. India. My bad. I completely drew a blank. It's been so long since I used it. Anyway, Uniform November, India. And this is a very common piece of mage infusion, and sometimes it's used over the demon bone because of the amount of intellect and magical damage on it, and it's the damage is superior to demon bone, but a lot of people use demon bone for the infusion because of the +3, and it's got a good amount of great stats on it. The next one we're going to is WOTLK. That is Whiskey, Oscar, Tango, Lima, Kilo. Yes, this means the will of the Light King. This is a common piece of mage and even archer equipment that is used for infusions or even just to wear. It is a good common piece, and it has good stats on it. So that is WOTLK, Will of the Light King. The next one is COTDL. That would be Charlie, Oscar, Tango, Delta, Lima, and that is Cage of the Dark Lord. This is a common piece of warrior equipment that is, or even sometimes be put on an archer, and it's canceled out with other equipment, the minus 30% health, but it's used for the 100% physical damage increase. And again, that is COTDL. One of the most common gear initialisms is DS. You'll see this constantly, and that is Delta Sierra. That is for the Dragon Slayer. An entire build is built around the Dragon Slayer, a DS build, and it's an all crit build. Dragon Slayer is used across all classes. You get 3 of them and put them in your infusions, and you'll crit all the time. So DS is in reference to a DS build or just DS in general. That is for Dragon Slayer. Next one is HSB. HSB that's Hotel Sierra Bravo. HSB is a very common bow used by archers, and it gives a +4 to multi-shoot, which is one of the most common attacks used by archers, is the multi-shoot. So this will be infused or used by archers, and that is the HSB. The next one is the HOC, that is Hotel Oscar Charlie. It's the Helm of Command. This is a common warrior helm that's used for infusions and just to be used. It is very good. It's a lot like the Da, but in terms of this is for the warrior. It gives good stats, and it's just a all-around good helm. Again, that is HOC, which is the Helm of Command. Next one, we have the Auger. It is another common, Leonida's Auger, not armor, Auger. Auger means enthusiasm. Anyway, my old English teacher stuff is coming out in me. This is a common piece of warrior equipment that is used for infusions and to be worn, for one, to cancel out Cage of the Dark Lord, but you also have great stats and the +4 to warrior abilities, and this is commonly known as just Auger, Leonida's Auger. Next one, we have the BOTD. Where did I put it? Where'd it go? Did I pull it out? Well, I might have to... oh, shit. I didn't grab them out. No wonder. I gotta get them. My bad. I was wondering where they went. Okay. BOTD is Bravo, Oscar, Tango, Delta. Burden of the Damned. This is a common piece of equipment used for infusions and just to wear for warriors and also for archers. So BOTD is Burden of the Damned. Next one is the SO. SO is, and that is Sierra Oscar Whiskey. It is the Seal of War. It is an important neck piece that's used by warriors and also by archers. And it is a very powerful piece of equipment. For one, it gives that plus the physical damage. It's got good stats, and it has some stuff, the points that are put into the warrior abilities. And that is the SO, or Seal of War. Next one is the QOB, that is Quebec Oscar Bravo. And that is the Queen of Blades. This is the most powerful warrior sword. It is just all around great. It's got awesome stats. It's got +2 to warrior abilities. It's just a really, really good sword. Not even infused, it's good. So the QOB, again, Quebec Oscar Bravo, is the Queen of Blades. Now we'll be moving on to a little bit of the game, what we see in the game. When you hear people talking about realms are used by these, they're accessed by these keys. You go to the Forgotten Realm, okay? You use this key, you go to an instance that is randomly loaded by level, by reincarnation level, and it is, you get them from magisters and the keys, and you go in, you can get better loot. That's just known as realms. When you see something represented by an R whatever, like R10, R15, that is in reference to the reincarnation level. So if you see somebody talking about R20, that is reincarnation level 20. R10, reincarnation level 10. If you see somebody say a leg key or a golden key, I don't have one in my inventory, but these are the legendary keys that drop from the instances, the realms that are opened up from these keys. Sometimes the Magister will drop a legendary or astral key, and these are known as golden keys, leg keys, and they'll bring you to a special place, a special instance where you can get enchants. And the same goes for, like, if you hear somebody talking about leg drops or something like that, it's not talking about Hulk Hogan, you know, doing his leg drop. It's talking about legendary drops, where they drop, where you've gotten the drop, how many drops you've got. So leg drops, again, it's not a wrestling move. It's not Hulk Hogan's finisher. It's talking about the different types of drops that you get. You want, if we're going to talk about places in the world, one of the most common ones you see is MT5. That is Mike Tango 5. MT5 is short for Magician's Tower 5, and that's this very last one, level 430. I'm going to run into it real quickly. MT5, see, Magician's Tower 5. This is where most people go to farm. And what it is, it's just like a straight shot. People reference it as a NASCAR race. You just run up and go left, and you can kill a bunch of stuff. Especially, it's great for mages. Next one is Blacklands, BL, and that is Bravo Lima. And it is not talking about the island Blacklands. It is talking about the actual place that you go to, Blacklands. So they'll say BL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and that is where some people go if they don't want to farm Magician's Tower. It's also called Mage Tower. They'll come here to Blacklands and do some farming. So BL 1, BL 5, BL 4, you get the idea. And finally, the last one, and this is going to go back way back to the good old days, but BP. BP is Bravo. Holy crap, I forgot. Oh, Papa. Bravo Papa. BP. And that is in reference to Black Palace. So you'll see BP1, BP2, 3, 4, and people used to come here all the time to farm because it is a straight shot just with a bunch of mobs, and you can run through. It's kind of like Magician's Tower, but this is only up to Reincarnation 10. That is a list, definitely not a comprehensive list, and forgive my fumbling around. I had some notes. This is the second time I made notes just so I could remember everything. And I was trying to think of everything. I don't know if I got them. So if you can think of any more initialisms, terms, acronyms, whatever, write them down in the comments, and I will be happy to help if I can. I'm going to try to write down all this stuff in the description. Depends on how lazy I get or not. Other than that, I hope this has been helpful. Y'all have a good one.